Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages with the cards that come out in today's reading for you. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out and what messages come through the cards that come out in today's reading. So the first card we have is the Two of Wands, and we have some fire sign energy with this. You could be dealing with another Sagittarius or an Aries or even a Leo. And we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Moon card in the reverse. So the Moon card, we do have some Pisces energy as well. You could also be dealing with a Pisces. But at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Five of Cups and it's in the reverse. So the Five of Cups showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of being able to get over something that may have felt like it was really having an impact as far as making you feel stuck, especially emotionally, or the situation having felt like it was not progressing past a certain point, being something that I do feel like with this card showing up in the reverse, this energy feels more like there is a hopeful energy, especially when thinking about the future, and also when it comes to being able to show up in a way that feels like things are moving forward. I do feel like with this Five of Cups showing up in the reverse, this energy does feel like also being in a space of really healing on an emotional level. And I do get that with this Two of Wands showing up over here, this energy does also feel like looking towards the future with a lot of optimism. Feels like making plans for the future. And I do feel like this person being in a space where it's like they're making a decision regarding plans for the future. But I do think that this person, when it comes to the way they feel about you, there is a lot of excitement and also a lot of thinking about the future of things and kind of wanting to be able to see a way forward in this connection with you. But with the Ace of Pentacles showing up over here, this energy does feel like a new start. And it feels like a new start that you can trust. With this Ace of Pentacles showing up over here, this energy does feel quite grounded. And it also feels like a stable situation. And I do get that with this Ace of Pentacles showing up over here, this does feel like also being able to experience what feels like a breakthrough in one way or another when it comes to your career as well. The Ace of Pentacles showing up over here, it even have to do with your money increasing. And I do feel like with the Ace of Pentacles showing up over here, this also feels like an energy of someone who's making you an offer. But I do feel like an energy of really being able to experience a sense of reward or accomplishment. But with this Moon card showing up in the reverse, this energy does feel like being able to experience a relief as far as having someone's fears being something that is subsiding, or they are in a space where they are being quite open with you. And I do feel like it's like they're not allowing their fears to be something that's holding them back in the connection with you. I do feel like with the Moon card showing up in the reverse, this feels like an energy of being able to find out more about someone, and it feels like finding out more about them on a deep level. As far as this Moon card showing up in the reverse, it feels like secrets coming out, so things that someone kind of held in being something that they are bringing to light. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have the Four of Cups in the reverse. And we have the Two of Pentacles. And we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. But at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Ace of Swords. So with the Ace of Swords showing up here at the bottom of the deck, this does feel like an energy of being able to have clarity being brought into a situation. I do feel like there's a sense of kind of being able to be on the same page, but I do feel like there's communication that's leading to that. And with this Ace of Swords showing up over here, this energy does feel like a sense of being able to have that flow in the communication. I do get that somebody may be offering information, or there could be a conversation that is being proposed. I do feel like with the Four of Cups showing up in the reverse though, this energy does feel like being able to experience things kind of being able to take off as far as having some movement in a situation or in a plan. I do feel like with this Four of Cups showing up over here, it feels like things moving from a space where things feel stuck or like they're stagnating to being able to actually have the sense of when it comes to how this person feels about you, it's like you're being able to feel it, or you being able to see it, or being able to hear from this person. I do feel like with this Four of Cups showing up over here in the reverse, this also feels like this person's emotions being engaged in this connection with you. But the Two of Pentacles showing up over here, this energy does feel like kind of being in a space where there could be a lot going on. It could be a really busy period. And I do feel like there could be a start to something new that's also putting a lot more responsibilities, or a lot more on your plate to deal with. And with the Two of Pentacles showing up over here, this energy feels like kind of trying to juggle many different things at the same time. And I do feel like with this Two of Pentacles showing up over here, this energy does feel like kind of trying to be able to get stable. And with the Ace of Pentacles showing up over here, I do feel like there is that option of being able to I do feel like there is an option of being able to be stable in the chaos, or in what feels like the busyness. But with this Ten of Swords showing up in the reverse, this energy does feel like a sense of wanting to be able to, do you feel like there is a desire not to give up on something, and wanting to be able to kind of push through, be able to see things, make it past what feels like a breaking point in a connection with someone. And with this Ten of Swords showing up in the reverse, this energy does feel like kind of being able to have that option, or even being able to make it past what feels like difficulty in connection. I do feel like with this Ten of Swords though, in the reverse, this energy does feel very exposing or revealing. So it does feel like even with the Moon card showing up in the reverse, there is something coming out. Could be secrets, but it does feel like it's giving you a wider perspective on someone or the situation. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have Worth Waiting For. We have Engagement. And we have Express Your Love. So with the Worth Waiting For card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of kind of being in a space where I do feel like the situation might be cause for patience for one or both people involved. I do feel like with the Worth Waiting For card showing up over here though, this does feel like an energy of also perceiving the connection and even the feelings of the connection as ones that are worth exploring and worth being able to be patient in, and also worth waiting for when it comes to the progress of your connection. I do feel like divine timing also being at play within the connection as well. And with this Two of Wands showing up over here, it feels like a lot of thinking and a lot of planning and a lot of really thinking about the future. And I do feel like with the Worth Waiting For card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of perhaps even circumstances that are beyond your control being something that are contributing to what feels like a delay, or even things kind of progressing at a slower pace, or even being in a space where things feel like they are stuck for a short period of time. But I do feel like with the Worth Waiting For card showing up over here, the connection is worth the wait. And I do feel like this person also being able to feel and feel that with you in this connection. I do get that with this Engagement card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of stabilizing the connection. And I do feel like with the Engagement card showing up over here, it does feel like a seriousness being added to the connection or to the status of things. And I do feel like with the Engagement card showing up over here, this could be the offer that somebody is making you. I do feel like it's kind of making things more official. And also, I do feel like it's also making the connection feel more stable. It feels more grounded, and it does feel more defined. But with the Express Your Love card showing up over here, I do feel like someone who may have been holding back for some time, or even allowing their fears to be something that's getting the better of them and kind of causing them to hold back, being something that is no longer a factor, or this person is pushing past those barriers for themselves. And I do feel like they are being more expressive with you. They're in a space where they are letting you in, or they're being more open. And I do feel like with the Express Your Love card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to make an expression, but I do feel like it's a very meaningful one. It does go quite deep. And I do also get that when it comes to this person being open with you, it does feel like them being open with you with something that means a lot to them, something that impacts them very deeply. But I also feel like with the expression love card showing up over here, it also feels like an expression to do with the way that they feel about you. So I do feel like with the Ace of Swords showing up over here, this energy does feel like the energy of breakthrough within the connection. So I do feel like things kind of moving to a serious level with that engagement card showing up over here as well. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Sagittarius. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Sagittarius.